does the iPhone 10 stack up in 2019? Well, what you guys are seeing right now, I haven't cleaned my iPhone, so what you guys see right now is exactly how your iPhone will look in 1 year. Now, granted, I had a case on it, and I had this case for a year too. I got this since day one. This is the Caseology case. And yeah, you guys can still see the side is a little bit scratched a little bit. Here and there I take it out the case, especially if I'm wirelessly charging my iPhone, because it's less heat if you have it without the case. It's more heat if you have the case on. And with my screen protector, you guys can see it's all cracked up, it's all messed up. Now I kept it on here on purpose just to make this video for you guys, so when you get your screen protector, it's gonna probably look all cracked up throughout time. And that's normal, that's common. That's why you gotta pick up like 10 of these. But yeah, overall the iPhone 10 came out in 2017, and man, where did the time go? And I gotta say, the design really holds up well in 2019. And yeah, you can really get fooled. You might think this is an iPhone XS, because it's just exactly identical. You have a long side button here, so it's easy to press. I really do like that a lot. You know, volume up and down, your mute switch, classic iPhone stuff. Stainless steel, glass back, glass front. You have that infamous notch up there. You have your symmetric speaker here, so it's not oddly, you don't have like an antenna line right there. But overall, design wise, it's hold up really well. Software wise, this is running iOS 12. When I got my iPhone, it was running iOS 11, which was kind of a disaster, but thankfully iOS 12 fixed all the problems that iOS 11 had. And my wallpaper here, just for Christmas vibe and New Year's vibes, I have some like lights around the, this is really the wallpaper. I'll throw a link in the description if you guys want to, have this on your device too as well. And before I even go ahead and talk about the software, yes, I am aware of my emails. I get emails left and right. I'm getting text messages like Christmas, New Year's, yeah. And I put my phone in do not disturb so we don't get any interruptions. But yeah, I've been using this phone since 2017 when it first came out, and I gotta say, it's no complaints here. It's no lag. Everything is smooth as butter. I can get to point A to point B very quickly. I can launch up the weather. Boom, I got it right there. Clock right there. Everything is very fast. The A11 Bionic chip holds up really well, and at the time it was really strong because Galaxy devices wasn't even touching the A11 Bionic chip, but now seeing the A12 Bionic chip, it's really blowing out the competition. What did they say? It blows it out the dust, something like that. I say blow it out the water, but hey, I would say iOS really makes an iPhone. Like, iOS is perfect for an iPhone. Now, when you're talking about the iPad, that's a totally different story. You do have reachability, so if you want to reach the top of the screen, you can just swipe down. Oops, and then you can, tap up. You can tap and see where you want to go and swipe up. Since this doesn't have a home button, a lot of people don't like the home button, but I really gotten used to it since day one, and I like the gestures. I think it's just a lot more faster than the home button. Excuse me. I think it's a lot faster than the home button in my opinion. I don't know, maybe it's just the fluidity of the iPhone 10 and iOS maybe, but it just looks, maybe it's an optical illusion maybe, but in my opinion it's a lot more faster and a lot more zippier. Oh, and I forgot to mention the screen. Now, this is featuring the OLED. Now, this display is made by Samsung. This is a 5.8-inch display, so this is actually bigger than the iPhone Plus models. The notch has Face ID, which no complaints with Face ID. Sometimes I would say it works 98% of the time. Now, it's not gonna work sideways. It's not gonna work like right here. You're gonna have to look up and then boom. And make sure your eyes are open. If your eyes are closed, it's not gonna work. So I'm gonna close my eyes. So my eyes are closed, and you guys see it's not unlocking. Now I'm gonna open my eyes. Oops. I'm gonna open my eyes, and it works. So this thing is very sensitive. It's secure. I have no problems with Face ID whatsoever. And by the way, you do have your toggles here, your flashlight. So I like those toggles. Really, it comes in really handy, and especially now with the control center on the iPhone 10 models, you have to reach all the way to the top, which I'm not a fan of. So I really do appreciate having these toggles on the bottom here. I wish you can customize it, but sadly you cannot. And you can also get to your camera by swiping to the left, and then you get to your camera. And that's another thing too, the camera holds up really well too as well. really well too as well. What did I just say? I don't know. But yeah, the portrait mode, so you could take a product, and it could be any product. It doesn't have to be a person, unlike the 10R, which I am going to talk about in a little bit. You could take any product and you could take portrait shots just like that. You have your natural light, your studio light. You have everything right here on the fly. And I would say the camera holds up really well. I mean, this can shoot up to 4K at 60 frames per second. Most Android phones can't even do that yet. So Apple is still the king when it comes down to video cameras on the smartphone. And now with the 10s, I know the 10s, it has stereo microphones now. Unlike the iPhone 10, this one here, it only has a mono microphone, which kind of sucks in my opinion, because a stereo mic, I'm happy that Apple added that in. Better late than never, I guess. And yes, you have a camera bump on the back, but if you slap a case on it, you're not going to notice that bump at all. Oh, I almost put my phone the wrong way. Yeah, you're not going to notice it at all. It's going to be pretty flush in my opinion, and you do not want to drop your iPhone 10 because they still kill you on the price. I think they replaced the back of this is an arm and a leg. I think it's like $500 or something crazy like that, but if you crack the screen, it's gonna cost you $279. I remember that price. So yeah, this is a very fragile device, so make sure you put a case on it, put a screen protector on it, because once you crack this thing, you will pay, unless you want to just live with that crack. And that's another thing too I want to talk about, since we're talking about screens. The glass screen protector is really nice, because there's times where I thought I cracked my phone, but it was actually the screen protector. But then again, the Apple iPhone screen, they are way more durable than these cheap glass screen protectors. But extra protection is better than a little bit of protection. Alright, so I have some screen protectors here, and this one here is from Max Boost. And I gotta say, this is the best one you can get, because it has this stencil here, so you can get your screen protectors on there perfectly. And since we're doing this review in 2019, we're gonna replace the screen. And yeah, just one last look one more time. It's really messed up, bubbles on the top, cracks on the bottom. It's cracks all over. It's probably hard to see on camera, but yeah, it's gonna look like this. And I use my phone every single day. And that's another thing too, I use my AirPods, but that's for another video anyway. The AirPods is the best thing since sliced bread, probably. Alright, let me stop. And now look how clean my iPhone looks. So think about it, guys. I never took this thing out the case before. Whoa, what's these little scratches on the bottom? They can wipe off. Hold on. I brought like 5 of these, yo, look. I put them all in the box because you just never know. You crack one, you have another one. You have another one. Look, I had this thing for so long that this thing is dry. Let me take my microfiber cleaning cloth. Man, I'm so disappointed. I can't find my other blue microfiber cleaning cloth. Looking at it through the camera, very small bezel. Because I have an all black wallpaper. 90% of the time, my iPhone is always running a black wallpaper, because that saves on battery life, because the OLED, it turns off the pixels on black. So it's rich blacks, it's vibrant colors. The screen, I think that alone makes it worth the purchase than the iPhone 10R in my opinion. And you also have the dual cameras on the back. You know, I think the iPhone 10R, you're just way better off getting the iPhone 10. The performance is no slouch. You're just getting more features here than the iPhone 10R. Away from the colors, away from the A12, there's nothing wrong with this iPhone here. And also, they got rid of 3D Touch. I need my 3D Touch. And one thing good with these screen protectors, once they crack, it doesn't shatter all over the place or make a mess. It's like a protective film inside. Now, before I even move on, I did pick up another iPhone 10. The space gray color really looks so sleek. Might be my favorite color now, because it's so sleek. Everything is black, stealthy. Now, it is harder to clean, like the stainless steel part. Because one thing with this is real steel, so you could take like a stain polish, and you can get rid of all the scratches. But meanwhile, on this is like a coating. So once you get a scratch on this, it's going to be very difficult to remove those scratches. And the reason why I picked up the silver, because it reminded me of the iPhone 4S, because you guys know I'm all about nostalgia. The iPhone 4S was my first ever iPhone, so I wanted to get back with the glass back with the, the white design. Technically this is silver, but You know, it just reminds me of the iPhone 4S from back in the days. I don't have any problems with this phone. There's no lag. You know, even though iOS is kind of limited with certain things you can do, this thing is kind of expensive at the time when it first came out, but right now it's still expensive, but it's a major price drop. It varies on eBay, it varies on select stores like T-Mobile sells it. I'm gonna be honest with you, I really don't use the animojis too much, but it's there. I can move my eyes, but it's there. The battery life is not the greatest, but I am able to get a full day with this. And I think if you would toggle on low power mode, you can probably get a little bit more than a day, but it's not the best battery life in the world. I would still say the Plus models has a better battery life than the iPhone 10. But for the most part, hardware wise, Apple knocked this one out the park. It's a more premium device, and I highly recommend it in 2019. The iPhone 10 is so good that the iPhone 10R is selling so poorly because it's a better value with the iPhone 10 compared to the 10R in my opinion. But hey, Apple did it to themselves, man. But yeah, I'm not gonna keep this video any longer. Subscribe if you're new. If you guys want to see more Apple content, turn on the notification bell, comment down below what you guys think, and I'm out. Peace.